need some hard engage. Skarner can work, but more so as a follow-up engage usually, rather than that primary engage. So I do think it's a really well-rounded composition here, and we're just waiting to see what the final pick is. And it's going to be Kaisa. Licorice can just kind of hold this wave and try to slowly build up his advantage.
And we also saw that XU had looked to contest. Saint fighting Abadage, doesn't quite have enough damage, but that was close. And now Adi actually going for a potential dive. Flash available for Castle. He's stunned up, flashes away. Arctic Assault has been used, but it's first blood regardless.
Yeah, Abadaga now hits 6, so maybe he can actually use this to try to get Prio and then come over.
Licorice and Castle, meanwhile, fighting bot side. Everyone's health bars are so low right now. It's Lyon currently on the grubs. Castle misses the snip. Has the needlework. Licorice dodges the first, dodges the second, and does survive.
Yeah, just tagged by a bit of the third, had to flash the second there, but still great job by Castle. He's been winning in that isolated 1v1, got the advantage early, obviously then gets ganked and gets killed, but to be able to force out that flash, this is a counter match. All right, we give it up, and they're gonna have to try to take a slight advantage on top side. We'll see how quickly Scary Jerry can push this out and if he can get some plates.
Saints trying to stand Hoogie for a bit there, but that's one of those moments. Rookie 80 carry from Scary Jerry. If he just stays off of Fog of War, there's a chance that Lion don't.
In that spot. Audiland looking mid lane though. Saint does have his ulti.
Ooh, and they land it. Chain the CC beautifully, but Abadaga is still alive. Snaps back and he lives.
Nicely done. Abadaga able to survive in that spot. Resolve definitely helping out a little bit.
Yep.
We'll see if Saint wants to go for it. I do wonder if Audiland could have gotten a little bit more damage down before he just kind of backed out and tanked up that tower. Because when you look at the actual buy, it's just Zerker Greaves and a dagger. It's not like there's that much damage behind what Saint is doing.
Yep.
So we tried to allow Saint to finish him off, but maybe
Saint just does it himself. Well done.
Here, up over 20 CS. Licorice kind of struggling to farm, and when he went up towards that top side,
Glacial Prison. XU's trying to keep his support safe. Lions doesn't have the damage. Now XU with Scary Jerry behind him are shredding through Henna and Adiland. But here comes Castle flashing forward for the kill. One over to DS.
2 plates there. Only saw him get the one, but I wasn't sure if one was already down. Nice side step.
Missing Scary Jerry. Doesn't have the flash. He still has a cleanse. He's got everything. He should be fine here. Saint jumping over the wall, maybe predicting the flash?
I think he was trying to predict a flash there.
Yeah.
Saying that Scary Jerry would flash from that position. Ends up not finding him. Could have probably just taken the forced flash instead of trying to go for kind of the big. So Saint just continuing to fight here. Now Lions is coming.
Yeah, Lions behind. They see the Sejuani, but do they read? There's also a teleport coming in, so we are just fighting. XU whiffs on the Impale, but they still have the damage. Abadage's taking turret, though. Does still live through it. Teleport completes. Licorice is in the fight, but so is Scary Jerry. Abadage is repositioned into the minion wave and will survive. Licorice almost dies. DSG get away with it.
Yeah, really well done there from DSG. They put the pressure on the Saint bot side.
Bodyland 1v1ing Castle. Interesting to see. As now top side as well. Licorice goes back in and he gets punished. XU with the kill credit dies to the turret 1-for-1.
Yeah, we're going to be able to get that 1 point, but they're going to lose the tower very likely as well as Scary Jerry gets another, and Castle gets a plate on bot side. DSG getting a pretty big advantage up here as Lion is getting a little bit fast and loose with it. I mean, they're kind of just taking
They haven't pulled it off yet.
No, I mean, we haven't really seen Henna be able to actually get grouped up with these melees and dive in on the backline on one of these targets a single time so far. Answer Licorice, I don't think you should fight. I think you should just allow him to try to get pressure on that tower.
Now, instant cleanse from Scary Jerry, but it's not enough. Lions with the kill credit from that rocket belt, but either way, a pick for Lion. His teleport comes in from Castle, so DSG might be forced to keep fighting, but Lion back off.
Well, they're going to lose the tower on bot side as well, so they TP in here when there's not really a play to be made. I mean, Scary Jerry shows on the mid wave without side brush control, gets punished for it.
This guy's toast. To hear about his thoughts on the game so far.
Toast, toast, toast. This has been a back and forth game.
They win, and then I realized it doesn't really count.
I appreciate that, brother. You go ahead with your co-stream. I'm going to send this one straight back to the casters.
That's the first thing you learn as the League of Legends gets a charge. It is a dead tower, and it should be able to get that charge. Saint's just going to kind of push Kuhi back. Castle will get found.
Licorice finding Castle, and there's Henna over the top. They found the play. This is the power of the Kaisa, and they might find even more. Adiland goes in onto XU, but now disengages with the rest of the team. It's just the one pick. That could be Dragon.
Yeah, and this is exactly what they wanted from Henna. Back-to-back plays, they're able to get him involved.
Huhi's still in there, and he finds Licorice, but now Lions! The Pop Blossom onto 4, and the rest of the team will clean it up. 4 to Lyon.
Oh my God, Lyon's on stage for his first game here in the LTA. He had to play remote last split.
Yep.
He's here. He's looking good. That's
Just now spotted, but
where XU is, though. He's on graphics.
Yeah.
It's way too little, way too late, so it's just going to be given over for free. I actually think that
Ooh.
giving over Ruinous is way worse.
we got a Ruinous Otacon. Let's go.
Yeah.
Find a pick. It's not going to be Licorice. He jumps away. If you're cheering for Lyon, you're just happy with what they're doing right now. They say we don't have to go straight to the Dragon.
Around Dragons, because now Castle can't even really respond to this. He
Yeah.
has to answer the wave mid. Saint is just kind of chunking him down because Castle has no sustain.
And then Solon bounds back to the team. It's going to come down to a
Exactly.
50-50. XU has to find a way into the pit. Dodges. The Glacial Prison. Flashes in. Doesn't get it. That's Dragon Soul to Lyon. And that's XU falling as well. Henna repositions. Castle falls. All of DSG are falling apart. As Lyon will find 4. Make it the ace. With the Dragon Soul.
Nearly the clean ace. Licorice dies, burns down after he gets the kill, but they do get the ace. They get the Dragon Soul. They're pushing mid.
That could be it.
And even if it's not, it's definitely going to be enough damage to take this game later.
20 seconds on
I
Huhi,
think
20
they have
seconds
it.
on XU. I imagine they do. All members still up, save for Licorice. 4 members
Just gonna
strong
recall, but
pushing.
for Baron.
Adi actually is channeling, so yes, that signals it will just be the inhibitor. Reset, go for the Baron. Look to end the game then. Yeah.
This team becomes a competitor, just
Yeah.
like overnight. You have
Exactly.
a monster character.
Incredible mid laner to be compared to as Castle. Speaking of Saint,
I.e., they're already here over on the Baron. DSG, do they even attempt? Doesn't look like it. They're just going to try to push in mid, but Licorice is there. There's supers to contend with. They can't even get chip damage on the tower and trade, so they really can't do anything.
yeah, it's all done but the crying here, it seems, for DSG. As Lyon, does he find the root? He does! Oh, Scary Jerry! Expertly played. Henna with the Void Seeker will get through the Banshees, and then everything else falls up. Or not
Yeah.
Edge still. Ridiculous.
Yeah, beautifully done there. They find another pick on Scary Jerry there in mid lane. Saint takes the tier 2 top. They're pushing on all sides now. They are looking to close in here and close out this game.
DSG will have to fight at the Nexus turrets. Super's pushing mid, and Baron empowered minions at that, but okay, Lyon are gonna back off. They want to play for fantasy points. Feel fantastic for longtime fans of the org, of these players like Adiland, like Lions, South American players that will be cheering on these guys as they continue to compete here. It's 1 win in the books if they can close out here, but still that starts the momentum and that rewrites some of the history from Split 1. They had 3 days to practice before Split 1 started, and this looks like a much different Lyon.
Yep, it is looking a lot better, a lot more cohesive, absolutely, in some of these plays, especially towards the mid-game, the later stages of that game. Saint just going to be pushing in mid. They're going to this kind of 1-4 setup where Licorice is bouncing back and forth between the waves. Castle's going to try to make something happen.
Solon bound now has to Fate Seal defensively. Who he cannot follow him up. And there's no lockdown, but now Lions pounce onto Huhi, finding the support, taking him down. It's a 35-second death timer as the rest of the roster is still up here for Lyon. Can they push in and close out the game? That's going to be 3 inhibitors down. And now they're teleporting back in their top laner with Supers pushing topside as well. This is the final touches for Lyon.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a Nexus defense here, but can't see it
Pop Blossom
happening.
yet again. Everyone's flashing away. Everyone's going into stasis. Abathage still alive, still doing a lot of damage. They took down 1. Can DSG make a miracle happen? Henna over the top. Henna taking them all down. Henna tearing through DSG. Triple kill. Lions roar and get their first win in LTA.
What a